Hello loves, welcome to another video. I'm so happy to have you here. If this is your first time, my name is Jenna and I have an online crystal shop called Pretty Crystals where I sell crystals for healing, happiness, harmony, and home decor. I hope you are doing amazing. As always, I want you to get comfortable, get cozy, get a nice blanket, a drink, a snack, whatever makes you feel good. I have my rose quartz crystal water that I've been loving drinking in this glass. All the pieces you see here are available on the website, minus this rose quartz piece. Today I decided to pull out, ooh, look at that water, it's shining. I decided to pull out our beautiful Herkimer diamond cluster for today's video. Oh my gosh, do you see that in the water? This is our gorgeous Herkimer diamond cluster. I love her so much. She's just so elegant, literally full of rainbows. Look at the underneath. I don't know if you can see that, but you see like a little diamond under there. Herkimer diamond with rainbows. I need to show the bottom of it on my Instagram. I know so many people loved this piece. It was so funny because like when I posted it, like 3 different people reposted it and I was like so grateful and I was like, that's cool. She is definitely an eye catcher for sure. So she will be hanging out with us, and we've got a rose quartz tower, a beautiful clear quartz tower, our Lemurian girl, and again, those are all on the website, prettycrystals.shop. Along with the along with the necklace, did I just get lipstick on my chin? This is why I don't wear dark lipstick. Along with the necklace I am wearing and the hand chain, these are our goddess lariat necklaces, now available in silver, and today I have the silver clear quartz version on. Please follow me on Instagram at Pretty Crystals. That's where I post most of my content and hold monthly challenges to help you feel like your most amazing divine self. Also, I have been forgetting to say this, but if you're not already, please sign up for our newsletter, which you can find on the website, and I only send out 1 email a month, kind of updating you on everything, giving some of my life experience and advice, and you know, talk a little bit about my journey, my healing journey, and all of that. So I would love to have you as a part of that email list, and I will link everything below. And I think that's really it. Let's dive right in. I have this oracle deck that I have been pulling for us the last few videos, and I really like it, so I want to... Is that distracting or like amazing? I can't tell. Let's pull one of these so we can set. It's actually kind of distracting for me, so I feel like I have to move her over there. All right, so here is an intention that we can focus our attention on throughout the video, a little message coming through for all of us together. I'll show you first. 43, burning for release. Oh, that sounds kind of spicy. Intention. I release the past with gratitude for the gifts of wisdom and beauty it offered. I am ready for a new chapter to begin in my life. As I gently release energies of the past, I create space for what is new to unfold. Very beautiful. I have to share with you the image that I shared in the meditation challenge this morning. So I guess that's like a nice theme for us. I'm making space for the next version of me. She's coming. That's awesome. Letting go of the past, space for the new. I'm feeling very like renewed, I think, since I got back from traveling. So I can definitely relate. The number is 43 and the stone is bronzite. I don't know what the heck that is. Do you know what bronzite is? Just kind of looks like a brown chestnut. Interesting. One last little thing before we get into it, I want to do a Crystal Goddess shout out of the day, and today it's going to go to Divine Beauty Enlightenment. She is someone that I met on Instagram and she has purchased crystals for me, and I'm 99.9% sure she's in the Netherlands. It was really crazy because I sent her a package back in the day and it ended up getting all the way there and then didn't get to her and came all the way back to me in California. And so I repackaged it and we ended up resending it over there. She is a beautiful, beautiful customer slash, friend, and I really appreciate you and your energy. I'm pretty sure you watched the videos too. So anyway, Divine Beauty Enlightenment, thank you for being you. You are an amazing and special crystal goddess. Okay, let's get started. Today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 crystals I have ever sold with Pretty Crystals. I was going between this idea and like top 10 crystals I've ever seen because I've seen a lot of crystals. And if you like that video idea, let me know because I think I want to do that. If not next, then soon, because that means like a lot bigger and crazier, more expensive pieces, honestly. But today we'll do pieces I sold. Pretty much every piece I send out is really, really special to me, as you know, and part of my connection with you is really like hand selecting each piece and then shipping it out to you. It's really amazing for me. So all the pieces you see today, and of course all the other pieces as well, have meant a lot to me, and am so grateful for my crystal customers and all the people that I've met along the way. And I would say like most times I remember who I sell crystals to. So today I will be counting down my top 10 kind of in order. That was really hard to do because it was hard to order them 1 through 10, but I definitely do have a few like tops, and yeah, we'll just go down the line starting with number 10, right? Yeah, we'll do 10 through 1, and let's do it. I put everything in an album titled Top 10. Okay, so number 10 is going to be this black Pegasus piece. I just think this is so cool, this piece. I remember getting it when I went to a crystal shop up north in Oregon. It was the first time I had been there. It was a really cool place. They had like all of this raw rose quartz everywhere. It's almost like a raw rose quartz garden, and they had these Pegasus pieces, and I got this black one. I called her my Black Beauty. I believe it's a Mexican onyx. It stood up too on its hind legs, I'm pretty sure, which was really awesome. This is probably my favorite piece, and I'm very tempted to keep her, but she's gonna be for sale. And this is this beautiful black onyx unicorn. I cannot even describe to you like what this piece makes me feel. Actually, it was Jenny that picked it up and showed it to me. I just like my heart stopped. I love it so much. To have like a protective crystal unicorn, I mean, what more could you freaking want? And I did end up getting like a whole bunch more in that I had them sent to me. But the issue is that the material is so soft that a lot of times the horn would break or like the hoof would break, and it ended up being like too much of a nightmare to deal with. So hopefully I will go back there in January is the plan right now, and I'm crossing my fingers that they have these Pegasus pieces. I don't know why, but I don't have like many photos and videos of them. I'm pretty positive I sold this to a beautiful customer named Kina. If I could get more, I think I would probably save one for myself because I think that would just be like such a beautiful mystical decor piece to have in the home. Crystal number 9 is this beautiful big amethyst heart. This was a trip down to LA when I went to a new wholesaler. It was new for me at the time. I didn't have the best experience with them, to be honest, and I don't usually say that about places, but they really just like, I don't know, it just wasn't a vibe for me. I guess Los Angeles can be like that sometimes, you know, just very, I don't know, you know what I mean. But anyway, they did have some gorgeous pieces. I was happy to finally get a chance to shop there. They were really pricey. Another thing about LA, obviously, is that it's very pricey compared to other parts of the US or California for that matter. And I wasn't gonna buy this piece like for my inventory, but I posted it on my stories because I knew it was an incredible piece, and I was like, maybe, just maybe I will sell this piece. And I think it was about $500 retail, and at that time that was like that was a lot for me, you know. I hadn't made, let's see, when was this? August 2020. Yeah, so I've been selling for less than a year, and at that point I did want to sell higher end pieces, but it was still like, oh my god, can I really do this? Can I really sell a $500 piece? Like, I think I was still kind of in that mode. And one of my friends, who he's still my friend to this day, yes, he ended up buying this piece for one of his friends. And I just, first of all, was so excited that I sold this $500 amethyst heart in LA. It was like a dream come true. On the other hand, it was the coolest thing ever that he was surprising this girl. She watched she was like a buyer of mine at the time, and he wanted to surprise her with it because she was like obsessed with amethyst. So the fact that I was kind of like the middleman in that transaction of surprising this girl with a huge, beautiful statement crystal, I was really excited, and I was like putting myself in her shoes like, wow, this would be great if he did that for me, you know? So that is number 9, the gorgeous amethyst heart from Los Angeles. Kind of like, not sugar daddy status, but we'll call it our sugar daddy amethyst heart. Number 8, this was way back when I started Pretty Crystals. I was renting a house at the time, which I loved living in a house by myself, let me just tell you that much. So it was January 2020, which means I was a few months in, and I had just visited my family in New York. And there's actually a crystal wholesaler near them, which was amazing. I had no idea about it, and I'm going there again this year. Maybe I should try to go back there. I would love that. And I bought a lot of unique pieces there, and this was one of them. I called it my like lavender amethyst cluster. All of you that are really better with like the scientific stuff can help me out on this one. It has all these gorgeous like double terminations on it, and it was this light lavendery lilac color. It was so beautiful, and like I had never seen anything like that before. She sold really quickly. It's so funny, like you can see how much my style of filming and editing has changed as well. I used to drag my coffee table into my backyard, put my white rug like over it, and make like a little filming section. And back then I had my big DSLR camera, and I would take these photos outside and then like edit them all in Photoshop. Like now nobody has time for that. Thank God the phones are, I guess, have evolved a bit, and like that's all you really need to do. But I used to take it to the extremes, and it's just funny how different everything looks. I also always used that Kira Kira like sparkle app. I don't know why. Like I wouldn't do that now, you know? Like times have changed. I loved this piece. I sold it to a girl named Maya, who was like a close like family friend. Kind of complicated the situation, but yeah, sold it to her, and I wonder if she still has it. Okay, number 7, these really freaking cool rose quartz ashtrays. I found these at that place in Los Angeles, the one that I said I wasn't like crazy about. And I just thought it was really cool to have a piece that was so like functional that you could use for sage, or you could even use it as like a little bowl for your jewelry. I would always burn my sage and my Palo Santo in there, and I loved it. I think I had like 4 of them. I still have one actually that I probably will make for sale soon. So if you're interested in one, let me know. I recently took it out of my storage unit. That was like the coolest, most functional piece for the home, and so much you could like do with it, you know? All right, number 6. This was a piece that I got, I think, before I started selling on Pretty Crystals, and I do not remember where I got it. It might come to me as I'm talking about it, but it was so long ago. But it was one of the first like big statement pieces that I had purchased for myself. It is this stunning apophyllite cluster, and so like diamondy. That piece was so gorgeous. I just felt so connected to it. I loved it so much, and I brought it to the first ever photo shoot that I did with Pretty Crystals when I went down to Half Moon Bay. I met a friend there. I spent like an insane amount of money on a hotel in Half Moon Bay, and we went to the beach and did like my first photo shoot with Pretty Crystals. And it's so crazy because I remember I hadn't posted on Instagram at that point, and I was like so nervous to start posting on Instagram. I just wanted it to be perfect, and I don't know, I'm sure there is like fear holding me back. So if anyone out there is like struggling to just start something, I am here to remind you, just freaking start. You never know what can come of it, and progress is more important than perfection. And I should have just freaking started posting. But anyway, I did a beach photo shoot with this beauty, and she was one of the first pieces I ended up selling, and first big pieces I ended up selling, I'm pretty sure. I think I sent her to a girl named Avery in Massachusetts, I think. So yeah, she's so pretty. Number 5 is this gorgeous druzy fluorite, like purple freaking sugar druzy fluorite. Is this not the most insane piece you've ever seen? I don't know for the life of me why I don't have more footage of it. I think what happened is that I bought this piece at a gem show near me from the same guy that I have been buying my show pieces from recently. And I think what I did is I went shopping, brought the pieces home, and then did a live sale that same night. So I was just like rushing and didn't have time to post them on my stories or anything. And I think everything just ended up selling during that live sale. That was a good live. I had some beautiful celestite that I've since like seen that high of quality. I've since seen this, like the closest thing I've gotten is those beautiful sugar fluorite pieces we have, but this was a really cool piece. I don't remember who got this. It was either Bree or Tanya, I think. Could have been a couple other people. I don't know why I don't remember. It was Tanya, I think she bought this. It was just such a cool piece from China, by the way, and not lab made. I know there are a lot of lab made crystals in China, but this was not lab made. It's a natural crystal, believe it or not. So such a stunner. Okay, number 4 is this big piece of citrine that was another one of the very first. This was when I was getting more into like the statement pieces and more expensive pieces and more luxury pieces, and even when I was just getting into citrine, because way in the beginning, like I didn't really know much about citrine. I wasn't even aware that like of the heat treated citrine, you know, which is like the sure tell sign. You can tell someone's like a beginner if they don't know that the yellow citrine is like heat treated, you know? And this was one of the first pieces I really splurged on. I think retail it was like 500, which now I would sell it for way more. But I guess those were the times, right? So I got this piece and I felt so excited to sell it. It sold on a payment plan to a beautiful customer named Betul. She has her own crystal shop called Forest Fairy Crystals. I'll put her Instagram here. You should definitely go give her a follow. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul and I appreciate her so much. She purchased this piece from me and I was able to bring it to my fancy birthday party that I threw for myself in Paso Robles, which was May 2020. Me and a few girlfriends rented this huge, like, kind of Spanish style villa mansion, which is so my style, in Paso Robles, which is probably one of my favorite places in California. And I had this like luxurious dream birthday and I remember bringing that citrine and feeling like a queen and just celebrating the fact that my business was growing and that I had these amazing customers and that like I could sell $500 pieces, and it was just a really cool thing and I will never forget that piece. It is actually part of my little photo on Instagram that you see, my little profile photo. I am holding that piece in Paso Robles and it was just a dream, such a dream. Number 4 is going to be the most big, beautiful piece of kunzite you have ever seen. This I found at another one of the like gem show dealers that I go to near me sometimes because he has a garage full of beautiful pieces that he takes to shows. And when the big C hit, I would shop with him because he, you know, couldn't go to shows and he needed to move some of his inventory. So he had a lot of big, beautiful pieces. This was one of them. I believe she ended up selling for $900. I know she sold to a customer named Brandy, who is another beautiful, amazing customer in, I think, New York. Is she in New York? Maybe. Yeah, this was just such a luxurious, gorgeous, feminine statement piece. Kunzite has a wonderful feminine energy that I absolutely love, and you just don't come across, at least I don't come across it as much as say like a rose quartz. So selling the big statement piece of kunzite felt really special, and it's just like this raw organic piece, so purpley. It was really, really, really high quality, and I was really proud to sell that piece for sure. Okay, let's move right along to number 3, which is this magical AF piece of apophyllite. I don't know why I said apophyllite. Apophyllite. I can't even with this piece. So I found this in San Diego at a wholesale shop, which I would have probably gone to last time I was in San Diego had I not chose to go to a retail store instead, because I really do like this wholesaler. And I found this gorgeous apophyllite piece. It's like all white. It's a little bit diamondy, and I cannot remember the customer's name, but I remember what she looked like. I wish I could remember her name because I really will always remember this piece. This was probably the first time with a crystal that I had an intense physical sensation. When I touched this piece like this, I felt the energy like rolling around. I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of like when you take mushrooms, if you've ever dabbled in that, you just kind of like see energy moving and you feel it moving. I don't know. It was just a very wild sensation. I felt it so strongly in this piece and I was just like, holy crap. That was probably, I mean, I've always felt like subtle energies from crystals and they've helped me so much energetically, but to feel it physically and intensely like that was wild. And this was a big, beautiful piece, like definitely a good home decor piece. I also used it to display and promote the Goddess Lariat necklaces when I first got them in, so that was really nice. And I just had it as like a piece on my coffee table for a while, and it was just like so nice. Oh, I kind of do miss that apartment sometimes. It was fun. It was cute. Okay, number 2 is going to be this citrine tower, which is phenomenal. I got it from one of my favorite wholesalers that is here in Northern California, and they got in a batch of really high quality, incredible citrine from Brazil. And I remember being one of the first people to shop them because, and I know I was one of the first people because everything was still there, and citrine like used to go really, really fast, and it was so hard for me not to buy everything. They even told me like, you have to save some for the other people, and I was like, yeah, I know, but I want it all. So this piece was just incredible. I don't know if there's like a specific term for the way this like rainbow striation kind of is, but it was just like these crisscrosses, if that makes sense, that formed the most incredible rainbow you've ever seen. And I do believe this may have been my first piece that I sold for over $1,000. I'm pretty sure it sold to one of my amazing customers in Germany. Bless her heart, she's amazing. And I think one time she placed almost a $6,000 order with me, which was incredible and also so nerve-wracking sending those packages all the way to Germany. I was a nervous wreck about it, but this citrine tower is like, it just doesn't get much better than that, you know? This is a piece that if I got now, like I would have a hard time parting with it because I do find myself starting to hoard things a little bit more, but I'm glad she went to a loving home, and hopefully she is still bringing love and light to that customer. So yes, that is my top 10 pieces I've ever sold. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, please subscribe, please let me know in the comments your thoughts, suggestions, anything you want to tell me. I will leave all the important links for you below. You can shop the crystals at prettycrystals.shop. Always feel free to DM me on Pretty Crystals on Instagram. I'm very open and, you know, present in the DMs, and I love connecting with you and learning more about you. So yes, I appreciate you so much. Sorry this outro is a little quick. Again, my battery's dying and we gotta wrap her up here. So cheers to you wherever you are on this life journey. We're in it together. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! And thank you again if you are a Pretty Crystals customer, or if you just watch my videos. It means the world to me, supporting me in something that I am so passionate about, and some like fulfilling my greatest goals and dreams. And